Mickna, plenty of time, looking deep downfield. He's got it! Touchdown, SaberCats!
It's time for SaberCats Weekly right here on Comcast Sportsnet. I'm Chris Townsend. The SaberCats had a tough one down in the Valley of the Sun as they lost to the Rattlers. Coming up next, we'll go over the highlights with the head coach, Darren Arbett, and we'll speak with one of the top receivers in the game, Jason Willis. That's all coming up next right here on SaberCats Weekly.
Hi SaberCat fans, my name is Yvonne and this is my second season with the Saber Kittens. My favorite thing about being at the games is signing autographs. It's such a great experience, interacting with the fans and seeing their energy and their love for the team. Let's go SaberCats!
The Saber Kitten of the Week has been brought to you by Norton by Symantec. We're with the head coach and the owner of the San Jose SaberCats, Darren Arbett. Coach, a tough one for you down in the Valley of the Sun, lost to Arizona, but once again your team played to the very end.
The guys played hard, and we had some great meetings afterwards. It's going to be a great learning tape. We wanted to see where we were. We know where we're at now, and we have some work ahead of us.
Let's go over the highlights. In your first possession, a 4th and 12, Russ Mickna rolls out right, ends up getting sacked, and that's not the way you want to start out the game. No, we understand. There was a lot of breakdowns on that play, and there's a lot of stuff to correct on that, and that's why we practice every week. And Dominique Curry is a guy we've been talking about every single week. He'd get you on the board first as he would come in motion. He would cut up the middle, turn right, and boom, Russ would hit him, and you're on the board to make it 7-7. What an athlete.
He really is, and he has a lot of room to grow, and that was a nice touchdown there.
Marietta off his back foot, throwing it deep, picked off Cleveland Thomas.
And there's Cleveland Thomas for his 71st career interception, and you get the stop.
Yeah, great call by Coach Walker. The zone there, and Cleveland executed it and got his interception. Great play.
Now at this point, Russ Mickna would be out of the game. Nathan Stanley would be in. We'll get to the injury on Russ just a little bit later. But here was Curry with the 3-yard fade from Stanley, and now you're up 14-17.
Yeah, it was a nice play. Stanley came in, and we have a lot of faith in him. Nice ball there, nice catch.
And then you get another defensive stop on a 4th and 4. You'd stop them on an out pattern. I mean, at this point, you got to feel like, hey, we're leading this game, and my defense is playing strong.
Defense was playing strong, and they've been doing it all year. They have to continue to do it. I think if you look at it, they see some things they can get better at. If that happens, I'm excited to see them in the future.
And then in the next possession, Stanley would fumble, they recover, they get the touchdown, and now we're tied at 14.
Yeah, we got to take care of the football, and that's something we talked about all week, is not turning the ball over and taking care of it, and we didn't right there.
Marietta out of his own end zone, picked off at the 12-yard line. Simeon Castile to 5. Castile at the 2, leans across the goal line. Touchdown, SaberCats.
And then coming out of the half, Coach, you got exactly what you wanted. Simeon Castile with the pick as he baited the quarterback. He'd get the interception and then take it to the house to make it even at 21.
Yeah, we talked about getting that stop at halftime, but they got the stop as well as a touchdown coming out.
And then Davila would come into the game. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. His father had passed away, but he comes into the game, and it really changes the game. It really seemed that's when the momentum turned their way.
He's the best in the game right now. He's playing well, and he came in, made a nice throw there.
And then 3rd and 10, Stanley was stripped, and they would get the safety to make it 30-21, and that momentum isn't going your way.
No, it's not. And like I said, this is a great learning tape for this football team. There's a lot of stuff we can take from it that we need to get better at and learn from.
And one thing you'd see, Stanley, little nose for the end zone later on as we get closer to the 4th quarter. He'd have the quarterback keeper, and he would take it in, and that'd make it 37-28. This is still a close game.
Yeah, he was just letting it all hang out. We had to get into the end zone. He called his own number, made a nice play, and got in.
Stanley dropping back again, steps up in the pocket. Good adjustment to Willis. Touchdown, SaberCats.
In the 4th quarter, Stanley would step up and hit Jason Willis with a terrific throw for 26 yards to make it 44-35. What were you thinking at that point?
Just keep playing football. It's a great opportunity. We're playing a team that's undefeated right now. We had won 5 in a row. All we wanted to do is just continue to play and see where we're at.
And later in the 4th quarter, Rod Harper in the back of the end zone, We had Nate would scramble and great throw for 19 yards to make it 44-42.
Yeah, it was a great scramble by him, and Rod was in the back of the end zone and made a nice catch at the high point.
And then the last one, you'd have Kerry Reed with the slant, a 10-yard slant, and that would pretty much shut the doors. They would win 51-42. Walking out of that building, how'd you feel about your football team in the game?
You know, right now, it's like you said, it's the middle of the season for us. There's a lot of things we need to work on. Great game for us to get on film, to see what we needed to get better at, and some of the changes we need to make offensively, defensively, as well as special teams. And, you know, we're not going to stick our head in the sand and go away. We're going to continue to work, and we got them a few more times.
Wardrobe has been provided by Casera Clothers.
To be a successful team in the Arena Football League, you got to have chemistry on the field and off the field. Recently, the team went to K1 Speedway in Santa Clara for a little team bonding.
My strategy is to go wide on my turns before I hit them, and then, you know, use my speed to get into the turn.
When it comes down to it, the receivers are the best. You know, we get to go out there and show our stuff. The crowd's looking at us. So when we're driving, everyone's looking at us, and we destroy the defensive backs every single time.
You got to go for first. If not, you might as well let me go. So I'm shooting first, but I don't know if it'll happen though.
You know, you can't hit here. You're not supposed to, but you know somebody may get bumped.
My prediction would be I have the best lap time. I have the second best lap time, as well as the third. And J.J. Payne will come in last because he's terrible.
I heard that little guy Reggie Gray talking about me, so you know what? I'm not even trying to win the race. My objective is to keep him out of the race. Okay, that's my objective. That's my goal for today.
I'm the best driver. I have the best chance, but David Holland's pretty good. Cleveland Thomas, he's pretty good too.
Whatever it takes to win.
Today we had the SaberCats out doing some racing. The guys had a lot of fun on the track. They demonstrated they can actually do some laps around the track, and it was a pleasure having them in our center. K1 Speed is the nation's largest indoor go-kart facility. We have 19 locations nationwide. We are a full electric go-kart facility. We do have the ability to regulate speed, and we do emphasize on safety. These carts can get up to about 45 miles an hour on the track, which is very quick, a lot faster than most of our competitors. And we don't use gas, so we have clean emissions, no suits, clean air. You know, you don't have to wear that whole bulky suit. So just come in your regular clothes, hit the track.
You did have a spin out. What happened there? Was that someone bumped you or what happened?
Oh no, TC slammed his brakes real hard for my spin out, and I had to slam mine, and then I got rear-ended. But I still had a pretty good time, you know. I came in, I think, fourth.
You know, second place, I'm the first loser, so I cannot accept this.
Pretty good. My grandma always said, if you're not first, you're last. Just took those words to heart and came up first place.
The high school player of the week is number 23 junior running back Sean Lanoza of Los Altos High School in a 49-21 win over the San Lorenzo Valley Cougars. Sean had 15 carries for 119 yards and 4 touchdowns, and added another receiving touchdown on one of his 9 catches for 84 yards, leading the Eagles to victory. The Little League player of the week is 13-year-old Nicholas Gloria of the Union City American Major Yankees pitched a perfect game against the Royals, winning by a score of 5-0. In the game, Nico faced 18 batters and had a remarkable 15 strikeouts. SaberCats Athlete of the Week has been brought to you by Dr. Sharma, South Bay Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
We're Rascal Flats, a friend, especially an informed friend, can make all the difference in the world when someone needs help.
That's why we're working with the Jason Foundation to launch our Be1 project, addressing the national health problem of youth suicide.
To find out how you can start making a difference as an informed friend and be one for your friends,
visit jasonfoundation.com and click on Rascal Flatts Project Be1.
This SaberCats Week 12 Defensive Player of the Game is defensive back Simeon Castile. On the first play of the second half, Castile returned an interception for a touchdown to spark the SaberCats comeback attempt that fell short against the Rattlers. The Defensive Player of the Game has been brought to you by Fries.com. Well, we always like to welcome back to the program. We always call him our Oregon Duck. Jason Willis, wide receiver for the SaberCats. Good to have you on again.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
Tough one last week down in Arizona. They're a really good football team. You've played them twice, lost twice. Tell me what it's been like to play in these games.
Well, for one, this is my second year in San Jose, and I have finally come to realize how the bittersweet rivalry really is with Arizona and San Jose. We have played them close every game, and this game, the fact that we lost by 9 points with a backup quarterback and turnovers, I think it speaks volume about our team and what we're capable of once we get on all cylinders. But we know when AZ comes to town or we go to AZ, it's definitely going to be an all-out fight fest.
Yeah, when you think about the Arena League, because there's so much turnover in the league, when you think about rivalries, there's not really many great ones left. This one's real.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, because these two teams, franchises, don't like each other.
They don't like each other at all. We have former coaches that have been on both squads, and it's just, I think the overall record is like 21-22, and we're still up by 1. Yeah, it's just we play them physical, the number 1 team right now, but we feel like we can definitely get them in the long run.
Yeah, Russ Mickna talked about how he was feeling great with you and Reggie Gray and Dominique Curry and Rod Harper, but now he's hurt. As coach has told us, he's going to be out a while. What should we know about Nathan Stanley? What does he bring to the table as a backup quarterback?
For one, he is inexperienced, but I think Coach Omar is going to get him prepped. He's great for this week. I think he's gonna step up to the challenge. I think that he also can bring another asset, which is running. If the pocket collapse, he can get out of there. But I just feel like he's a strong arm quarterback. He's learning the game. But at the end of the day, he'll be ready.
You had a 26-yard touchdown catch from him in this game. How can somebody like yourself, a veteran who's been in this game, who knows how to win, how can you help this young quarterback grow?
Keep him mentally strong. He'll have doubts. He'll get in the heat of the moment. He'll kind of get confused or get down, and we just have to really just have his back and just tell him that, you're the leader. You got to go out here and step up, but we have your back. We're going to make plays for you. You just do you. We're going to do us, and we're going to click.
The LA Kiss is coming to town, and your old buddy Aaron Garcia. Have you talked to Aaron about this game on Saturday night?
Oh yeah, he can't wait. He's excited. They had a bye week, so they're coming in 2 weeks prepared for us. AG's coming back home, so he's going to be ready. But at the end of the day, it's all love. I know he'll be trash talking and stuff like that, but it's all love. But I know he's going to come out there, try to put on a show. But we're the SaberCats. We're not going to let that happen.
You've had a good year. You having fun this year?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely having fun. We have a lot of jokesters, within the receiving core, so it makes it fun. And we have, young guys, older guys, vets. So it's just a real good group.
So for you, I hear you've been relaxing a little bit. It's been a tough season so far, 7-4, still a long way to go. Taking up fishing. Fishing's a new way for you to relax.
Yeah, it's very relaxing. It takes my mind off of football. Just get out there in the water by yourself and just relax. Just to be able to take football and something else and just separate the two, it just really just helps you when you do come back on Tuesday and it's a grind, then you're kind of refreshed and recharged.
I thought a kid from Louisiana would already know how to fish. What do you mean you're just learning how to fish?
I'm a little rusty. It's been a while, but at the end of the day, you go out there and it's just like riding the bicycle. You never forget.
Well, it's been a treat watching you guys, your offense this year. It's been pretty darn good, and you're going to need to help this young quarterback. And you got LA coming in on Saturday night. We'll see you out at the game, and good luck the rest of the way.
Can't wait.
Hi, I'm Philip Fulmer, and I'm proud to serve as the national spokesperson for the Jason Foundation. Are you aware that suicide is the 3rd leading cause of death for our youth ages 10 to 24, only surpassed by accidents and homicide? It is also one of the leading causes of preventable death in our nation today. Whether you are a student, educator, or parent, you can make a difference in your community. Visit jasonfoundation.com to learn how you can start making a difference today.
The SaberCats Week 12 Offensive Player of the Game is quarterback Nathan Stanley. Pressed into duty at the start of the second quarter, Stanley threw 3 touchdown passes and added a rushing score in the loss at Arizona. Offensive Player of the Game has been brought to you by Fries.com.
Now it's time to get behind the face mask. Hey, SaberCats! Growing up, who was your biggest role model?
My biggest role model growing up was my mom. She worked so hard, man. Worked different times, different hours, and always provided for us.
It would have to be my father. I learned a lot from my father.
Biggest role model on the field, Deion Sanders. Off the field, Zach Morris.
My father and brother.
Model my game after Charles Woodson.
That'd have to be my dad.
Biggest role model would be my parents, my sister, and of course the man upstairs.
My dad. My biggest role model growing up was my grandmother. My biggest role model was Superman.
Cats Questions has been brought to you by Norton by Symantec. Head coach of the SaberCats with us once again, Coach Arbet. And Coach, we've been talking about health and how this team's been getting healthy. They're really starting to gel, and your quarterback goes down early. How is Russ? What do we know?
You know, Russ was playing well, and like you said, we were gelling 5 in a row, but we lost him, and that's just what happens.
How long do you think you're going to be without your starting quarterback?
Don't know, Chris. He's going to have an MRI, and then the docs will let us know how long he's going to be out. But right now we have Nathan Stanley, who we have a lot of faith in. He came in early in the season and won a couple of games, and we have faith in him.
Yeah, we'll get back to Stanley, but Russ has had some injuries this year. He's had the concussion, he's had the finger problem, and now with the left shoulder. How tough is that for you to watch when a veteran quarterback puts in so much work, puts in so much time, and to get hurt like that, it's got to crush you?
Russ was doing everything that I wanted him to do and I was asking him to do. And it is tough because I thought he had an opportunity to get better, and I think we had the pieces for him, and he was starting to gel with the receivers. But that's life. We understand that. Russ understands that. He's in great spirits. He knows he has to go and take care of his shoulder and get ready to come back.
And you have to be pretty happy with your wide receivers because your wide receivers, you know, whether it's been in the winning streak or the loss, I mean, they've been exciting. They've been electric in these games.
Rod Harper, Jason Willis, Reggie Gray, Dominique Curry. I like our receivers, and I like them a lot.
So you got the LA Kiss coming to town, and they've been struggling, Coach. When you look at a team that has had so much turnover, it's tough to get enough. I don't know. Maybe is it tough to get enough film to find out who all these guys are because they have so many new moving parts like every game.
You know, you can never bet against Aaron Garcia. Now he's been there a few weeks. They had a bye week to work on some things, and he's a guy who can get the ball into the end zone. And
you think that this is going to be interesting how when he goes up against you, you know how fired up he is to play against you.
Oh, yeah. Aaron's going to be fired up. His family's going to be here from Sacramento, and everyone's going to be in the house, all his friends, and he's going to be ready to play.
But, of course, it's going to be a home game. You just went through a stretch of 2 really tough road games. How nice is it going to be back at the SAP Center?
Love playing at home. Our fans are great. They come out. They support us. A great place to play for us.
So you're 7-4 on the season. So basically we're kind of like the halfway point or a little bit past that. How do you view your team right now?
I still like this football team. I'm not going to be that guy that goes up and down. I think we have the pieces. It's just a matter of us gelling. We had a great opportunity the other night to play the team that's the best team in the league right now to see where we were at. We can go back, see what we need to fix, change some things, and just continue to roll.
And the reality is, as a football team, you don't want to be peaking right now. I mean, you've got a lot of football to play. The key is to be peaking at the end of the season, heading into the playoffs. What's the key for your team to do that?
Get better. There's a lot of positions where we need to get better. And we have the potential to get better, Chris. That's the thing. And the guys understand that, and they saw the mistakes that they made, and I think they're correctable mistakes.
You don't have to worry about effort with this team. You don't have to worry about work ethic with this team. I think we all know that. So since you know that, how key is it after a tough loss where everybody's been gearing up for this game and you lose to make sure that, hey, listen, there's still a long way to go. We can still see these guys in the postseason.
The players understand that. And that's the one thing about players, you know, when there's going to be a next game and you watch the tape and they want to play that next game and correct and just get that taste out of their mouth. And we had, like I said, we have a couple more opportunities against Arizona. They definitely understand that, and we just have to prepare ourselves to get ready for them.
Yeah, it's that next game mentality. You got to put this one out of your mind and get ready for the LA Kiss.
LA Kiss, that's who we're preparing for right now. Like I said, Aaron Garcia, he can beat anyone at any given time. Our guys understand that. Their defense, J.C. Neal, who we had here, he's a very physical defensive back. He's coming in. Bo Bell, leading guy in the league in sacks. He's coming into town. They have some guys who can get you.
And kickoff is 7:30 on Saturday night at the SAP Center. I'll be there, Coach. Looking forward to watch you guys win another game.
Hey, thanks, Chris.
The SaberCats look to get back to their winning ways this Saturday night at the SAP Center against the LA Kiss. Tickets are still available and kickoff is at 7:30. And of course, we'll have all the highlights for you next week right here on SaberCats Weekly. We'll see you next time.
SaberCats Weekly has been brought to you by Dr. Sharma South Bay Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Casera Clothers, Norton by Symantec, and Fries.com.